I've been a little frustrated, I'll just say it for the record, that in this latest attempt to bring in a legitimate commercial aviation activity, the Smokejumpers were very active in motating against that. And so that puts me in a difficult position. It puts them in a difficult position because in conversations with the FAA, I've been told that when we create an atmosphere of discrimination against legitimate aviation activities, we are in violation of our assurances. And these are the same people who've used grant assurances to beat the airports department over the head in the past. And now they are in violation of their lease because they are actively...
So before you were hired and you two were on the board, when we started this train of the Smokejumpers, it was very clear to them, made very clear, that their activities would not encumber the greater progress. We had adopted, I think in 2011 or 12, the airport's master plan.
Yes.
And it was included, but it was not as an incumbent to everything else that was going on. And we can go back to the minutes, but it was very clearly stated then that you only get to do this if you don't become that encumbrance on anything else in the future that airport would want to do. I mean, they've got their part of the pie, but that's it. It's not, and I could see, you put that historic house in an area, and then everything else has to conform to that Victorian style or something like that. And I was like, no. That's not what we're doing here. Because you can't do that. You just can't pick a time in history and say, this is where we're going to
lock things down.
Lock things down. So I don't have any problem, and I mentioned that to the people that I was with, that I will come out about this, and should, if that happens. And it did rear its head, unfortunately. That just needs to be reiterated, that it was mentioned time and time again 5 years ago. All of this really kind of got, because everything was at that same general state of decay about 5 years ago, and since then, through all of everybody's efforts, it resulted in something positive. So
the issue being is that there were individuals on that board that were in opposition. They came in to see me. I think they probably came to see you. I heard them out, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You're supposed to be aviators, aviation industry. You earned your living in aviation industry. And so what fired the board not supporting the aviation industry, it fired up the community. And we have one or two very vocal, very energized individuals that had misinformation and opinion and pseudo-experts that were coming in, and then they started harassing the FAA and Erickson and everybody else. They started harassing them, just literally harass them. That's all it was, because it wasn't fact-based. And so I would hope that will not happen again. And
it's the Illinois Valley. That's what happens.
But the thing is that they were saying, we were hiding things. Larry had everything out in the open for months. For months. And it's just that they weren't engaged until right at the end,
They were engaged at whatever point they were made aware of this opportunity. I wouldn't imagine that they would sit on their laurels. That's not what they do. They were engaged, but they were not, it may not have been handled as, it's the way things typically go. If they're not, I don't know how they could have been handled better, honestly.
I don't either, everything was above board, everything was in the meetings, everything was in the minutes, everything was published.
Yeah, it was published originally, I think, in the August.
Yeah, back in
August, September,
we didn't hear about this
every
until
month.
November, and it's like, well, where have you been?
Yeah. And Sunrise Ocean was beginning to ask a lot of questions in the October meeting, which is fine. And I don't expect complete agreement and lockstep head nodding for anything.
And you expect people to ask questions because you want them to have the questions answered. But using pseudo experts and false information.
That was the thing. It was terrible. I mean, there was misinformation and it was fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There was a big effort to spread these rumors and absolute incorrect information to get people deliberately to get them whipped into a frenzy. And I had at that point I realized that I should have started a proactive campaign to perhaps appeal to the members of the community who would find a commercial operation or commercial development at the airport a positive thing.
Which they came out of the woodwork afterwards.
Well, of course, yeah. After Erickson delivered their slap in the face to Josephine County, I have over 200 comments that came in on the Cave Junction, Illinois Valley Facebook page, because there's a huge community out there that cares about their community quite a bit. Virtually all of them, positive comments, and just expressing embarrassment and, here we go again, the same naysayers, not in my backyard types, and et cetera.
I don't think we want to get distracted into that for this. I still have questions, and Commissioner Heck may as well.
Sure.
Commissioner Walker, and you have probably got this fairly